All right, it's time for that moment when a review of Strawberry Milk's The Strawberry Fault. Yeah, so I don't know why I'm doing this. Actually, yes, I do. I randomly got them on my recommended again. I've listened to Strawberry Milk before. I did not really care for their music, and I'm definitely more mixed on this. But this is an EP, and it seems to be of loosey goosey, so I'll give it some like I don't know. Grace, but I don't think that'll really impact my score, just more of the way I'm describing them, the tracks individually. Still, I did like this more than I thought I would, and I am a little mixed on where I'm going to end up putting it. So let me discuss these tracks. First of all, I wouldn't say they blend together a bit, but the synth style and whatnot, it is a bit, you know, consistent over across most of these tracks, except two, which I don't like really either of them. One of them I really don't like. The other one I just don't like. Uh, there's track two, which is Life. This track annoys me to no end. I listened to this EP twice and I skipped it on the second time because it was too annoying. I actively dislike, like, this is just a straight up skip. Actively dislike. Um, this alone drags it down a lot. Counting stars is just kind of annoying. I'm glad it's not what I thought it was, which was being like, oh, they had Central C. Does that mean they mean counting stars as in One Republic? Because I'm gonna not enjoy this, and it's not. It's not One Republic, so that's good. But I don't like this track much either. They're both, I think, with some kind of guitar string something something samples, and I don't like either of them. Which, not to say I don't normally like that style. I mean, Death Brain did it really well on the album that I've talked about recently. I think it was Streets in My Mind. Was one of the tracks on Slice of Life, but I don't remember exactly. But let's go back to Hyperdeath. It's a Central C flip. Central C I don't dislike, but this style of like electronica with him is a very weird mismatch that I'm not sure that I like. Um, it doesn't work for me, honestly. Not a fan, but I do like the overall synth patterns a bit, so that's something. Same definitely goes for the third track, Ballad of My Grocery Store. I will say this is another one from what I recall that has, and there's a lot of these tracks that have these kind of lyrical vocal passages, and I'm not sure if I like or dislike them. Like, it feels like it's in the vein of a bunch of other soundtracks and things, but I don't, it feels off. It does feel off to me, and I'm not sure what it is. It just doesn't fully click to a point where maybe it's the tone of what the vocals usually are, or just because I think the speed lines up, and like, I get it with vocal samples, but they're so long-winded and like actually functionally there, but you can't hear them well enough to tell what they're saying. Like with a deaf brain thing, it's you have it similarly, right? But instead, it's more about the vocals as partially a harmonic thing, because here they're more like, rap almost. Like it's not really a harmonic thing, it's more of a rhythmic thing, and then to have it as sound. But I don't think that inherently works with this style for me personally, especially because you just can't hear well enough. Like, I don't get enough from it for it to really justify its existence. And if I do want it there, I want it to be something where maybe the lyrics mean something, or it's a bit more understandable, but still. Um, but yeah, it's a good song. About to Begin is another one, although it does feel like, I don't know, like, we're getting to a point where it's still like the way that the synths sound, they're different, but they're not that different in the patterns, so it's like, eh. Um, and Sunkissed is another one where I like the synth lines. I'm not sure if I love the specific synths that are chosen, but it's still an enjoyable track. Overall, this is a very weird EP that I like just don't really know what to do with. Like two of the tracks I just actively don't like and are just straight up skips, and the rest of them are like things where I would say Sunkissed is probably my favorite, but I'm not sure. Like most of the lyrical vocal sampling things are just very I don't know, they feel kind of haphazardly thrown in, and it doesn't feel like this project does anything unique that I like within the synth style, and it doing the guitar type stuff or string stuff doesn't work for me. So I don't entirely know what to do with this. Although, again, it's enjoyable enough, but I feel like a lot of this style is just enjoyable enough. And there is some really cool dynamic things that they do. So I don't know. I'm honestly feeling like a high four or a low five. I think this track having a full blown skip makes me think it's a four, like a one tier below average. It's not in no means like horrible. It's just I didn't get a ton from this project, and there's enough of it that I actively don't like that I feel like it warrants it not being super high up. And you know that moment when I don't know, maybe I'll check them out again because there was a bit more potential here, and this is kind of loosey goosey's, but I don't love this project.